Welcome to a new CADSIM Plus tutorial. My name is Renaud Daenzer, and today this is part 4 of the computer-based manual mini tutorial series. In this session, I will show you how to create named views. Now, what are named views? Well, it's similar to your Excel spreadsheets where you have different sheets at the bottom of your workbook, and these can be used to do a number of things, such as um, interacting with HTML pages using HTML commands. And so I will show you how to do this next. So let's open our work in progress computer-based manual, and you will note that it auto loads into the computer-based manual configuration, which with the HTML web pages on the left-hand side and the simulation on the right-hand side. And you will note that when we launched it, it automatically centered our drawing over to the overview look. And if I were to click on the Simple Mixed Tank page, it will square the view over to the Mixed Tank view. And so I want to show you how to create a new name view, and so that those same actions happen with our newly named view. And so that's what I'll do with this smiley face here. So let's go into draw mode. And I will put my simulation over to this side because I want it to look the same when the screens is split. And then I want to focus and zoom in into my smiley face here. I'll call it a face. And under the menu, under View, you can select Named View Manager. And this is where you can start typing the name of your new view, which in this case, I'll select Face. That's what we use for the group as well. So let's add this view. And you see there, it got added at the bottom of the screen. And I can change its position. I can go left, I can go right, depending on if you want to order your stuff alphabetically or however a process is going from start to finish. So let's click finish over here and open our text editor. So as I mentioned earlier in the introduction page, when we launched CADSIM, it squared the view to the overview. So this is where that piece of code here uses a HTML command, which is openFile. There's 3 arguments which aren't being used, and the third one, or 2 arguments aren't used, and the third one is called overview, which is the named view for the overview that you saw in the drawing. And so there's different kinds of prefixes. They both work the same. One is CADSIM, one is HTML. There's a convention we use here that prefix CADSIM is used for instructions that are sent to CADSIM. So this is the case here. We're sending CADSIM the instruction to open file and then to the overview named view. And if it was an HTML with open file, then that would mean from CADSIM, from the side of CADSIM, we're telling it to open the name view on the HTML page. So let's go to our simple mixed tank over here, and we'll edit this line here to include face instead of the mixed tank view. So face was in our drawing over here, this view. Instead of this view, I wanted upon loading the HTML page to land on this named view. Let's make that save and go over to our drawing and run it. we made some modifications, so I think I should save them. So here we're in the introduction page using the overview, and as I click simple mix tank, it should zoom into my face over here. We can take it a step further actually. We can use another argument, which would be the fourth argument of that command to start the simulation. It would be the same as going over here to click this button here. So let's add that into our text editor. Let's go to simple tank. Where was it now? It is body on load, and we have face. That was the third argument. Arguments are separated by a question mark, and I will add run, command run. So this, it could be run minutes or it could be run passes for a certain number of passes, but I just wanted to run without stopping. So that was my edit. I will save this, go back into the simulation, play it so that it launches the computer-based manual, and I anticipate clicking this will focus the drawing to the face and run the simulation. Let's do this. It actually asks us to load the file first, and I think that's okay. We could just say okay and it'll load the file before it runs. Okay, let's go back to draw mode and explain how we can get the drawing to launch a certain site on the HTML side, on the web page side. So under tools, options, we have here auto start, and it is instructed right now to open file, and the first argument, which is optional, here is the file name, which is introduction. So we're going to change that, and instead of introduction, it's going to be the simple mix tank. So it should fire open the simple mix tank, which will square our drawing to the face and hopefully just run. And we want it to auto run, so it shouldn't ask for the save file. Well, we'll see if we achieve that. So let's click save here, and let's see what happens. There you go. We fired it up. We're zoomed down our face, and the simulation is running, just as we asked it to. And voila, this is how you create a named view and use HTML commands to focus in on different areas of your drawing. Up next, we're going to discuss, well, I think we're going to summarize the next session, how to use additional HTML commands more in depth. So that'll be session number 5. I look forward to seeing you then. Bye now.